Wassail, 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 beautiful people. Here we go again, here we go to the temple of consumption. We are on altar 2, but before we begin, I want to show you one of my favorite Peruvian things, chicha morada. So this is a drink made from purple maize, apples, cinnamon spices, not the whole pineapple, generally the skin, so that you don't waste the skin of a pineapple. And you boil it all up, and it makes the most delicious drink. I pined for this for so long. And now I'm here. We had a beautiful one in a restaurant the other day that was homemade. Look at that. It's like Ribena. If you're not British, you won't know what Ribena is. It doesn't taste like Ribena. That is so beautiful. I would show you how to make it, but I haven't had a go yet. So this altar that we're on today is the second altar, columns 3 and 4. And this is Haumea Conjunct Mercury. And this is the altar of emotional mending, not healing. They were very specific that it was about mending. I'm not totally sure what the difference is, but this takes place 29 degrees of Libra. So very much at the end of something, moving into a new beginning in Scorpio. So let's find out. In the solar eclipse, Haumea was alone. But now I think Haumea might be going into a conjunction with the sun as well in the next couple of days. Oh no, it's been there. It's separating. So, Haumea. Oh, it's a lot for Haumea. Harvesting wounds, mending traditional hurts. I want to say extending threads, reweaving, but there is this real energy of resolving an old putrid scent of broken emotions. I mean, this is a very emotional eclipse tunnel. So Mercury, I've just bent that card right up. Mercury, move on from the past. Mercury's got no time for the past. Haumea's the mender here. But Mercury's saying just move on from the past. Let go of the past. For somebody born in 1951, there's some other story. Let me just... it's something to do with weaving, reweaving, restitching. I want to say like a pilgrimage. I feel like this person, this is an aside, this 1951 energy is about returning, I want to say, to a pilgrimage or a journey that wasn't all you thought it was. There's something in that energy that can be, I don't want to say mended. I want to say there's an energy there of something that can be illuminated. By stitching forwards, as we're doing at this point, there's something that will emerge from a pilgrimage type journey. That could be for anyone, but there's someone in particular, 1951, and I'm getting the energy of either the names Annie or Louise. I don't know why, but for someone that may be of a relevance. So let's go into this Haumea energy, this harvesting. I want to initially point out this movement. To harvest, you've got to shift traditions. You've got to mend. I mean, the needle is hidden within this image. That is needle. And there's a sense of stitching with your guts. I don't mean that you need to pour your guts out and do that. But I'm being reminded of how there's a story to do with the Valkyrie in which they are spied upon taking the entrails, the guts of the dead, the battle slain, and they put it into a warp and a weft so that they can weave predictions, futures for who should live and die nobly in battle. So Haumea, Hawaiian goddess of fecundity, she literally moves and things birth from her very being. Oh. So, we have square just now. This is just a reminder, it feels all the time, that we have to action discomfort in this tunnel to receive true comfort. And we have Ophiuchus. So there's an energy being given, a birthing energy, a bolt from the blue, a frequency. It's almost like Ophiuchus is representing the thread that needs to be put through the needle so that you can mend, or was it mend emotional traumas? Emotional mending. And we have the third eye, the intuition of Mercury. So Haumea is the thread, Mercury is the needle, but it is this intuitive energy of something rising back up. I need a bit more chichamorada. Oh, so delicious. There's a real energy of expansion from Jupiter coming through. This is a very expansive chance to gut some part of your life tapestry, but you can't gut it unless you can see it through a new perspective. And that's what Mercury is bringing you, is the chance to unweave an old knot, untie an old knot. The shadows that we keep, Mercury is seeking the shadows we keep, and they're in the past that you need to be moving forwards from. So we have here Cancer, resolve, a solution, dissolve, reabsorb, there is again that energy of ancestral miasmas, that frequency of something that's tuned into your body, your physical, cellular blood songs frequency, that's, I want to say, coming up for renewal, but nothing comes up for renewal unless you can action it. You've got to face the uncomfortable truths of the past and transform them. Oh, look, Moon in Aquarius is emotional freedom. There's something of the emotional freedom, though, that's, what do I want to say, like an Achilles heel energy. It's almost like you have a weakness to being emotionally stable. I think we all do. I think there's a little part of it that keeps us shackled to the old ways. And we need to strengthen our individual truth. Don't be told you're just like, you know, your mum, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your grandparent, because that's putting that ancestral miasma onto you. You're actually, at your deepest level, you are pure love. We all are pure love. But you're allowing ancestral stories, your own life stories, to dictate the scars that you're wearing. And this is about removing, cleansing, and then mending. And these, I want to say these are, this energy here is physical. This is not coming across as mental. Yes, it's your mental capacity that has to deal with this, but this is coming across as a physical trap. 6369. That 66 is showing the energy of the physical Tesla trap. So don't be flighty, because flighty doesn't square up an action. Don't be flighty. Don't be aloof. Don't assume any kind of spiritual egotism. There's something of the trickster that's always in Mercury that's not here. This is a genuine reveal. This is a genuine moment to vent and move. So that's applying. What do we get when we're separating? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get when we're separating? So gorgeous. Yana, to weave, to twist, to bind love so that it becomes your life force. That's absolutely gorgeous, splendid and beautiful energy. So Haumea's going to help to spin new threads. Mercury separating. Change of direction. So standing in your own truth is really what this card is becoming more and more. It's about how it's very easy for us to present different versions of ourselves to different people. And the idea now is to go and mend all those distorted and slightly untruthful versions of ourselves. All those different facets need to be polished so that you're just one globe of beauty. Again, I'm getting this energy from the gut to the yarn to the fluctuate that's to do with talking with your biome. I think you need to consider diet during this altar. What do you eat? I want to say, what do you eat that brings you comfort? But it's more, what do you eat that is tradition? This, you know, like a lot of people love a bit of mashed potato in Britain, whether it's bangers and mash. You know, there are certain things like this. This chicha morada is a very loved drink by the Peruvians. And at the moment, you know, I'm on an exploration where I'm constantly trying new foods. And I think that's part of this meditation, re-philosophizing, this ophiuchus energy that's coming in to the gut, talking again about biome connection being brought together. The more your biome grows, the more your physical health improves as well as your mental health. So what about the separation? What about the separation? We're in conjunction. We're moving forwards. This is about mentally focusing your attention on your physical body, the amplification of cellular health. There was another word, but I couldn't pull it out of the ether then. Cellular. No, it's gone. But it's in the heart of mending are your cells and your biome. I know we're bioming a lot here. That's too many, I think. Yeah, that's way too many. Virgo and Aquarius. It's like the way in which you meditate as this separates, and it will separate a little later on the 29th, depending on where you are in the world, obviously, because of international date lines. This is about distilling down something, the thread, so that you can harvest and multiply and magnify this new energy. There's a Mercury is bringing the ability to organize, a very Virgo frequency, pure essence. You're looking with Mercury as you separate to bring yourself down to a pure essence, to prime your being for, I want to say, like a bathing in spiritual ether. There's something massively empowering about this altar, and you're mending what you probably meditated on yesterday and the day before. And then we have Gemini. There's something about amplifying rulership of yourself. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. But between that energy, because you've kind of got mutable earth being brought into fixed air and fixed air. Fixed air and mutable air. I don't know why. It's because they're done in the colours. I'm seeing them wrong. You have got mutable earth, fixed air, and mutable air. So you're being given by Mercury the mental capacity to rethink the physical damage that you carry with you. And it ends with Saturn, physical world, molecules, natural world. There's a kind of it's like a return to linear time, but not during the eclipse. So it's about messing with linear time to seek the dimensions in which the aspects of your body that are not healed can be mended. I know I'm saying healed and mended again now, but it really is about mending. There are mended aspects of you in the eclipse tunnel that you need to stitch onto. You need to extend yourself to your mended soul, but your mended soul connected to your physical body. There's physical, it's complicated. There are openings of dimensions inside the tunnel, inside the eclipse tunnel, in which you are fully mended. And you need to go in and find those aspects and stitch them, mend them, bring them together so that you can bring the moon in Taurus, bring it together before the 8th. This is part of the journey, because that's the lunar eclipse, the moon in Taurus. So you're seeking the mended parts, the mended dimensions in which various, like your hand or your foot or your eye or your whatever it is, seek that dimension on these 2 days. Look around for the spaces in dimensions where you are mended, and then you have to believe in that mend. And that means moving away from the past. Now, what do we mean by the past here? Not necessarily something that happened, 10, 20 years ago, but the energy, we're kind of all pulled, and we have different dimensional frequencies around us, and you need to change your dimensional frequencies. They're your past code, and you're looking now for your new code that leads to you being mended, wholly mended. So that's what you're doing with this little altar. And then we will move on to the third altar before we hit Null Island and run into Venus. So, beautiful people, that is the altar of emotional mending, 28th and 29th of October in the eclipse tunnel. Wow!